Welcome back to another Pilates workout. Today's workout is designed to invigorate, energize, and also develop a sense of posture. So let's get started. We're going to lie down all the way on our backs. And I really want you to feel your entire body on your mat. So anywhere that your body is connecting, head, shoulders, pelvis, and feet. Your knees are about 90 degrees, and I'd like them about the width of the hips. So let's just settle in with a few energizing breaths. You're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Don't force. Just feel the air flow in and exhale. And just notice how you feel today. Maybe you're feeling a little sluggish, low energy, maybe a little stress, anxiety. So just notice how you feel. Send that breath through that area of tightness, stress. Inhale, invigorate. Exhale, relax. Good. One more time. And exhale. Now let's go ahead and place the hands right on the ribs. Now we're going to concentrate more on Pilates breath. Rolling your shoulders down. I want you to feel that neutral space, ear, shoulder, hip, all in one line, and you identify that low back space, that neutral spine. Hands on the rib cage. Inhale, expand laterally. Feel the rib cage open. As you exhale, knit the ribs toward each other, rolling, keeping those shoulders down away from the ears. You don't want to elevate, that adds stress. We want to tap into that parasympathetic nervous system, relaxation. Rest and relax. Last full breath, out, in and out. Okay, let's make a little triangle with our thumb and index and place it right on your pelvis. Heels of the hand on the top of the hips. Index finger right on the top of your pubic bone there. And we're going to just feel that sense of neutrality here. So our hip and our pubic bone are on the same plane. Inhale. Now as you exhale, I want you to draw up the pelvic floor. Imagine the Kegel, bladder control. Draw the belly into the back of the spine as you exhale. Inhale. Feel the rib cage expand. Knit together. Draw the belly down and deep with every breath. Get a sense of connection to this lower abdominal region here. Your core stabilizers. One more time. And exhale. All right, let's bring our arms down to our sides. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. I want you to feel the width across the chest and the back portion of the shoulder gently pressing toward the mat, and feel that full length of the arm. We're going to do a few shoulder shrugs. You're going to inhale, elevate the shoulders toward the ears, slide the fingertips down toward your heels. Full breath. Inhale, shrug up. Make sure the rib cage isn't popping, so keep it closed. Stay connected with that breath. Let's do two more. One more. I want you to hold that active position. Again, width across the chest. Good. All right, we're going to do a little foot awareness here. So I'm going to have you wiggle your toes And you can go from the outside to the inside and the inside to the outside, or think of big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth and then fifth, and then roll it back to the other side. Just get connected to your feet. Good. A couple more times, like a little wave. Stay connected. Now we're going to do a little ankle mobility. Curl your toes up, feel your shin muscles connect, and then press down. Inhale. Exhale, press down. One more time. Now you're going to keep the balls of your feet and toes on the mat. You're going to elevate the heels and press down. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, press down. Feel that resistance. One more time. Now we're going to alternate that. Flex the toes, lift the heels. Press against the mat. Feel that connection. Press the area that you're working. One more rock. Great. Now let's go ahead and do a little pelvic mobilization or rocking. So if you'd like to, you can place your thumb at the base of the rib, index finger at the top of the hip, and make sure your shoulders are down and back so everything feels long and neutral. Inhale, there's that elongation phase. And then exhale, tilt the tailbone toward your nose, low back into the mat, hip toward the rib, and feel that low back gently press into the mat, and you should notice the distance between your fingers get a little shorter. And then we're going to rock it back to neutral, but don't overextend here. So make sure you find that neutral, imprint, feel that posterior pelvic tuck, and returning to neutral only. Exhale, draw the belly down, scoop. Purely with your abdominals if you can. If you feel little glutes and hamstrings, that's okay. Use that breath, you'll get that connection. All right, last one. All right, I want you to hold neutral. You're going to tuck the right knee in toward the chest gently. You can grab behind the knee or on top. Lengthen out your bottom leg. Okay, maintain that neutral space at the low back the best you can. You don't want to over tuck here. And draw it in, inhale, and exhale. And if you'd like to, while you're breathing here and holding this nice little stretch, you can do a little flex point. A little rotation within the ankle is nice. And reverse if you're doing your rotation. A few in each direction. Good. All right, lower that leg. Same thing other side. Tuck in the left. Lengthen that right leg. Make sure your anchor leg, that right leg, is directly in line with the hip. Maintaining that neutral space, tucking the knee in. Again, if you have sensitive knees, maybe you'd like to grab behind the thigh. Ankle, knee, and hip all in one line, so it's not rotating out. You do a little that flex point. Make it deliberate and slow. Movement's always slow and controlled. Stay connected with your breath. Do a few rotations. Reverse. Good. All right, lower the leg. And let's bend that opposite leg. So we've got that 90-degree bend in the legs. Bring your heels in a little closer. We're going to go back to that pelvic tilt, that imprint. I want you to hold that. Arms down at your side and slowly peel up into our shoulder bridge. This first one we're going to do extra slow, so we're very mindful, closing the ribs, shoulder, rib, hip, thigh, knee, all in one line. Make sure you're not feeling this in your low back. Come up a little higher if you can. Take a big breath in, and then exhale. I want you to soften up through the sternum. Feel that rib cage start connecting. The false or short ribs in the back. The waist, pelvis, rolling it back to neutral. We're going to go a little faster now. Inhale. And exhale. Imprint, peel up. Close the ribs. Bring those hips up a little higher. And exhale slowly down. Continue along with this flow. Exhale, tuck and peel. Make sure you're pressing evenly into both feet. You feel your balls of the feet and toes connect. Stay connected with the breath. Be mindful of movement. Notice what you feel. Inhale. Come up a little higher and slowly melt it down. Arms are reaching long. So you feel that connection. Back of the full arm. One more time. And slowly peel down. Good. Hold your neutral position. I want you to widen your legs about to the width of the mat. You can open up the arms slightly, rolling your shoulders down and back. You're going to allow your knees to pass toward the right. And let's look up toward the ceiling. Just hold it here for a moment while you just feel that neutral rotation here. So you're not arching the pelvis. Make sure it's a little tucked so you got that nice static rotated spine. Same thing, other side. Hold here for a couple of breaths. Make sure the opposite shoulder, so if your knees are to the left, your right shoulder is gently pressing into the mat. Arms can be wider if you need. Now we're going to flow side to side here. Inhale. I want you to elongate into your twist. Exhale. Inhale, hold. And exhale, bring it back to center. So each time we go to the side, it's 2 breaths. Inhale, hold. Exhale, return. The hip might lift up a little bit, that's fine. If you want a little deeper twist, press that upper hip more forward. And if you'd like to now, we can add the neck rotation. So we're getting a nice fully elongated twist here. One more at this slow pace. Exhale back to center. Now I'd like you to inhale, elongate, rotate, and exhale back to center. So 1 breath per side. Really get that length and deepen the twist. Exhale back to center. Use your core muscles, your obliques, to draw the legs back towards center. This should feel nice. Pressing that upper hip more forward. Let's bring it back to center, arms down at your side. Bring your legs about the width of the hips. Float the arms to the ceiling, roll them down and back. You're going to lift up the scapula. We're going to do a little scapular mobilization. Exhale, press back. Let's just do 3 more. Shoulders down. Long through the spine. 1 more. hold it here for a moment. You're going to reach the right arm overhead as the left arm reaches in the opposite direction. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, reach. So I want you to alternate this pattern. Inhale and exhale, reach. Last one. All right, we're going to add a leg. So as the arm goes overhead, you're going to lift up the same side leg and lower. This might create a little instability. Last one. Now continue. We're going to add on. So as the right arm and right knee lifts, lengthen the left leg. Slide the leg. All the way down. Roll your shoulders down and back. Good. All right, so here we go. We're going to bring our arms overhead very slowly, both together. Reach, exhale down. Inhale, float. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's make this the opposite breath. Exhale as you stretch overhead. Inhale, bring it back. All the way down. Exhale. Feel the difference in the breath pattern. Last one. Good. All right, hold your arms down to your side. Reposition the shoulders. Tuck the chin gently. Slide the back of the head toward the top of the mat. Just relax the front neck muscles, staying wide across the chest. And one more time. Good. We're going to hold one of these little cervical knots. We're going to slowly peel up the head, neck, and shoulders. And go into a little curl up or chest lift, returning to neutral each time. Now, if you'd like to, you're welcome to place one or both hands behind the head, waking up those abs. Belly down and deep. All right, let's do two more. We're going to add a tiny little pelvic tuck here as we do our curl. All right, here we go. As you peel up the head, neck, and shoulders, slightly tuck the tail, belly down into the back of the spine and return to neutral. It's very tiny. Don't jam your low back to the mat. Eyes are looking right toward your thighs. If your eyes are on your rib cage, bring up that chin a little bit. And make sure you're really feeling your head resting into your fingertips versus pulling on the head. Elbows stay in your peripheral vision. All right, last one. now we're going to add rotation. So come up, I want you to hold this one. Left rib rotates toward right hip. Keep your elbows open. Come back to center and peel down. We're going to alternate this. So into a little oblique twist. Make sure that opposite hip doesn't roll up. Scoop up through the abdominals, peel up and rotate. Try to blend the two motions. We always want to do flexion before we add the rotation. So we don't want to just roll to the side. Come up, rotate. One more on each side. And bring it down. Let's stretch out, reaching the arms, closing the ribs. You can flex, you can point. A few breaths here as well. We take a little break. Again, always reminding you to take breaks as needed. All right, bring the arms back down. Reposition the shoulders, bending one knee and then the other. Stabilize in this neutral spine and pelvic position here. Lift up the right knee and then the left. I want you to hold it. We're going to start with our head down. We're going to slowly alternate, lowering one leg at a time, maintaining the shape of the leg. Notice my spine is immobile, pelvis is immobile. The lower you bring your foot or leg, the harder it is. So if you find yourself allowing the pelvis to rock, maybe you're bringing it down too far. All right, last one. Hold both legs up. Bring the arms open to the side, keeping the knees glued together. And we're going to do a little more advanced spine twist here as we bring our legs to one side and exhale back to center. Inhale. Don't go too far on these first few reps. Imagine your legs as one. So if you looked at your knees, that top knee is right in line with the bottom knee. The farther you go, the harder it is, so be aware. You want to maintain the control here. Always elongate as you rotate. Exhale back to center. Elongate the spine. Rotate. Exhale back to center. This will be the last one. Maybe you're going a little farther on these last few reps. Good. All right, bring your arms back to your side. Tuck the chin. Head, neck, and shoulders float up. Fingertips just gently cradling. Okay, remember you want to feel the weight of your head in your fingertips. We're going to go back to that alternating leg drop. Toe tap. We have a static flexion here in the spine. Make sure you don't tuck in the knees, so just lower it. And then bring it right back up to that tabletop. Knee goes right back in line with the hip. Now I feel the work phase on the down phase. Go where you feel the work phase. If you want to exhale, bring it up, that's fine. Or exhale, lower the leg. Notice how still the pelvis and spine are. Head, neck, and shoulders come up a little higher if you can. All right, one more, and then we're just going to take the same leg pattern and go a little faster. Okay? Steady breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Come up a little higher if you've lost it. Exhale. Again, notice where you feel each exercise. Stay in the moment. Three, two, come up a little higher. Finish. I want you to hold it there. Lower down, lift up, reach the arms. Return the arms, peel down. Exhale, come up, hold. Reach the arms. Hands back behind and lower. Now if this is too hard, you're welcome to place your legs back on the mat. If you feel your low back, that's definitely, you want to bring the feet back down. Good. Last two. And one. I want you to hold it. Okay, we're going to lower the right leg and lift the right shoulder toward the left knee. Alternate. Single toe tap with rotation. Make sure you're connected with the breath and maintaining control throughout. Add a little rotation to the neck by looking at that elbow. Same side elbow. The difference when you add that in. All right, we're going to go a little faster. You might need to shorten range of motion. I know you're feeling your abs now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Lower one leg, then the other, and lengthen out. Great job, everybody. Go ahead and expand the rib cage. Roll those shoulders down. Reach. Closing the ribs. One more full breath. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and lie down on our sides. And we're right in the middle of the mat. So we've got our arm directly overhead, and our head is resting on the bicep. Ear, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, all in one line. And this is a little balance challenge, so you may have some challenge there. The upper arm is going to be right here on the mat to give you some support. I want you to bind your legs together, glued. Ankle bones are connected. We don't want that upper hip to collapse, and then the upper leg gets short. So realign, draw the belly in. Everything is stacked. Here we go. We're going to do double leg lifts. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, laterally flex through the spine, lifting up both legs as one unit. Inhale, lower, elongate. Exhale, come up. Think of bringing the hip toward the rib without rolling around here. Notice the nice slow pace. Sometimes we tend to go up a little higher and then the hip rolls back. So make sure that's not happening. And we're trying to get 8 to 10 reps. 2 more. Stay with my count. Last one, and we're going to hold it up. We're going to hold both legs up, lower the bottom leg, lift it toward the top, lower both together. We'll do this 4 more. Squeeze the inner thigh. Laterally flex the spine, hold that double leg lift, lower the bottom, lift the bottom. Now that you know the movement, make sure you're breathing. 1 more. Hold hold your legs together. Turn your toes out, heels together. We're going to do little heel beats here. 8, 7, 6, 5. Come up a little higher. 2, and hold. Bend the knees and take a break. Now let's do a little spine twist to rest. Eyes gaze in the opposite direction of the legs. Tuck in the upper leg, roll yourself up. We're just going to spin around here and do the other side. Again, the most important thing is your setup, so make sure you're directly in line, like a long arrow pencil. Here, resting right on that bicep. Take your upper arm, just put it right here at your chest. Try not to lean into it. Ankle bones are together. Feet flexed. If you prefer the point, feel free to do that. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, lift the legs up together as one unit, hip toward the rib, and feel that lateral flexion in the waist. Lower together, lift together. Elongate. As you lower the legs, elongate that spine. Elongate the legs. Elongate the toes, the neck, everything. Wobbling around, slow it down, shorten range of motion if that's happening. Feel as if your abdominals are lifting those legs up. All right, one more time. Hold it up. Again, keeping those ankle bones together just for a moment here. Hips are stacked. Lower the bottom leg. Lift. Lower together, lift together. And notice where you feel. I'm hoping in that upper side body. Last one. Hold it together, externally rotate, so feel your glutes connected, inner thighs stay glued for a moment here, and beat the heels. Go, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, steady breath, 2, and hold, come up a little higher, and lower down. Great job, everyone. Tuck the knee in, do a little spine twist here, elongate before you rotate, take it through the neck, keep your chin away from its shoulder. Face your mat here, so on our called prone position, facing down. I want your elbows to be underneath the shoulders and try not to let the belly sag. You can see my belly sagging, so I'm going to draw the belly up, legs glued together, okay? We're going to flex the right foot, pump it in, and lengthen. So give me 2 pumps and lengthen, single leg kick. Is long, eyes looking at your fingers or thumbs. Flex the foot, point the foot. Flex the foot, point the foot. Deliberate. One more on each side. Maintain that nice neutral spine and pelvis. Here we go. We're going to alternate a kick. Just go. Kick, kick, kick. 8, 7, 6, belly lifted, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place both down. Slide your hands back. Send your hips all the way back. A nice little release for the back, glutes. Let's open up the knees, open up the hips, allowing the scapula to open up. Armpits press into the mat. Stay connected with your breath. Maybe pressing one hip toward the mat and then the other. Side of the pelvis. Good. All right, let's bring it back, and I'm going to have you bring it all the way back down to the elbows. Okay? Elbows underneath, the shoulders, belly is lifted. For now, you're on your knees, neck is long. Curl your toes underneath, and we're going to hold a full plank. Stay connected with the breath. The head drop, don't let the belly sag. If you feel that, reposition. Last breath, and we're going to add some rotation here. So inhale, rotate one hip slightly, not down, but just rotate it slightly. Come back to center. You're going to alternate this pattern. Toes will slightly shift to one direction and then the other. So you're pivoting from the feet. If this is too hard, just go to your knees anytime. One more to each side. Hold center, bend the knees, walk your hands back to a nice child's pose. Good. Let's go ahead and climb, bring it all the way back down to the mat. Wake up that upper back here now. Roll those shoulders down and back. So I want your hands just on the outsides of the shoulders. Okay, so not too far away, just right under the shoulders, maybe a little wider, forming what I call a W position with the elbows. All right, you're going to lift them off the mat. I want you to hold it here. You're going to lower the arm together and then squeeze. Your scapula is retracting and releasing. Back to a neutral position. Try to keep the full forearm, palm fingertips, parallel with the ground the entire time, so you don't have any rotation here. So do the best you can. Now hold it. Little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Legs stay long and hold for 5, 4. Squeeze a little harder and 1. Good job. Push yourself up. And let's do a little cat-cow here. Curving the spine. Eyes looking right through those legs. Belly is lifted. You should all see your belly. Draw up and pass through neutral, feel that neutral space, and then go into extension, looking forward, and again, repositioning those shoulders. You feel your weight evenly distributed, front and back and side to side. You should really elongate in this neutral before you go into flexion. Make this 2 breath if you really want to get the best out of this. So inhale back to neutral, exhale curve. One more time. Inhale neutral and back into extension. Good. All right, let's go ahead and climb down and advance that last exercise. So I'm going to have you have your hands at the same spot and really make sure your neck is neutral. This is important. If you struggle to maintain, you can always grab your pillow and just allow your forehead to rest on the pillow. Okay, so that's an option. All right, here we go. Belly is lifted, legs are long. If you have a sensitive back, go a little wider with your legs. Roll your shoulders down and back. All right, we're going to extend one arm at a time. Take the right arm overhead, bring it back. Left arm, bring it back. Exhale as you reach. Inhale, return. All right. Let's do two more on each side. We're going to add on. So this is a little variation of like a slow swimmer. So as the right arm goes overhead, the left leg lengthens. Lower and switch sides. Make sure pulling the arm back. Lengthen and lift the opposite leg. Two more on each side. Belly goes up, rib cage knits. Okay, now we're going to bring up the legs together and both arms at the same time extend and reach overhead. Bend the elbows, lower the legs simultaneously. Lengthen. Draw back in, lower the legs. 3 more, that's it. Hold this one and alternate into your swimmer. Think of your breath pattern like the 100. You're going to inhale for a count of 5, exhale for a count of 5. We're going to do this just for that 50. Inhale. 20. 30. 2 more full breaths. 1 more. Hold, lower, slide those hands, push yourself up. Now let's hold a little shell position. So that's a static flexed position, C curve, drawing the belly in, shoulders down, eyes looking right through. This should feel just so good after that last exercise. Watch your chin position, it's about a fist. Breathe through any areas of tightness. Send a cleansing breath in. Relaxation out. Shoulders down a little more. Couple more breaths. Sit. Let's have our legs starting in our nice open diamond position. Ear, shoulder, hip all in one line. I'll turn slightly so you can see. So imagine that you're right against a wall here. So again, ear, shoulder, hip all in one line. Your pelvis is not back and it's not forward. Reach the arms in front. Lengthen. Inhale. As you exhale, I'm going to have you curve the spine. Eyes looking right at the belly. Shoulders are down. And inhale. So if this is no problem for you, you'd like to advance the exercise, go ahead and lengthen the legs. Keeping the arms parallel with the ground. Legs are long and anchored. You can flex or you can point. Okay, let's add on. We're going to go right into our spine stretch forward. Inhale and exhale, reach. Arms stay parallel. Inhale and slowly exhale, peel back up. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, curve. Close the ribs up to the spine. feel the articulation in the spine. So you're going to feel your hamstrings. You can have knees bent here if that's a little too rough. For those who'd like a little challenge, flex your feet and point. Last two. Reach a little farther with every repetition. Good. I'm going to have you open up your legs and open up your arms to the side. If you're light on space here, you can bend the elbows. Inhale, elongate, reach. Little finger reaches toward or past the little toe, and the same side hip, that really draws back. Slowly peel up. So you want to keep your hips very stable. Rotate in this vertical seated position. Reach the little finger toward or past the toe. Make sure again, if you're reaching with your right arm, it's your right hip that you're aware of. Now some of you are going to be able to go a little farther. Maybe your nose or forehead reaches toward your shin or knee. And we'll take it a little farther in through the neck. So now the eyes reach back and follow the fingertips. This will be the last. Slowly peel up, bring it back to center, scoot your hips slightly forward, sit up tall, slowly articulate your spine. Now just before the shoulder blades touch, I'm going to have you hold that. Tuck in one knee in toward the chest and then the other. Roll those shoulders down and back. We're going to go into a single leg stretch. So you're going to extend the left leg out as you draw slightly the right knee in toward the chest. Please don't jam it in toward. And then alternate that. Elongate. Outside hand can reach toward its same side ankle. You're guiding your legs, ankle, knee, and hip all in one line. The lower you bring your legs, the harder this is. There's a space down here, so if anybody feels like their hip is popping or clicking, press up a little higher. Now we're going to go a little faster. Here we go. Steady breath. Inhale and exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck in both. Inhale, come up a little higher, and slowly peel down. Very good. Take a little break. And rock your knees side to side. Good. All right, lower your legs. Keep your head, neck, and shoulders on the mat. Bend one knee in just a little closer than the other, so you want those heels right directly underneath. We're going to maintain this neutral space at the low back. Drive your heels in. We're going to do a neutral bridge. Lift up, hold it here, and articulate down. So it's a neutral bridge. Come up, drive through the heels, come up, and articulate down. Neutral. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale, peel down. Inhale. At the bottom, now feel the neutral. Exhale, lift directly up. Big breath. And peel down. Pressing evenly in both feet. Arms are long. Last 2. And 1. This time we're going to hold it up. We're going to lift up one leg, lengthen it, hold, which is square off the hips. Lower the hip, lift, lower, lift. Now the lower that extended leg is, the harder it is, so just make sure this same side hips, if you've got your right leg up, that right hip is not dropped. Concentrating on that left hamstring and glute. Good form. Hold it up, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold it up. Take a big breath in and melt it on down. Good job. All right, tucking that left knee into the chest. You can give yourself a little hamstring stretch there. Flex point or rotation. A little release. Bend and stretch, your choice. Okay, return that leg. We're going to go back to that neutral lift. Inhale. And exhale, lift up, hold. Find this best, the highest bridge you have without changing the position of the spine and pelvis. Arms are active at your side. Lift up the left leg, lengthen it, hold it. Lower the hip, lift the hip. Lower the hip, lift. You can flex or you can point flex. If you have a flex foot, I want you to think of bringing your heel toward the ceiling. If you have a pointed toe, think of bringing your toe toward the ceiling. Drive through that right heel and hip. Hold it up. We're going to do our little set of pulses. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold it all the way up and slowly melt it on down. Good. Right, tuck in that right knee. You can lengthen that left leg if you'd like. Then stretch the hip flexor a little bit. Little flex point. I like a little active stretch here, so a little bend and stretch. Good. All right, tuck in both. I want you to grab your shins and press your shins into your hands. Tuck the chin and peel up. Now, press your shins into your hands and your hands into your shins, and notice the shape of the leg. Let's start rocking for a little rolling like a ball. Start small. Maybe you're just rolling along the low back. Make sure you're maintaining that shape throughout. Legs are immobile. A little balance. If you can, hold it right here at the top. Roll back. And hold. 3 more. I want you to hold that. Okay, 1 more. Hold it up. All right, I'm going to give you guys some options here. Let go of your arms, reach overhead, and bring them back. Or just the legs and bring them back. Or both. So you're into like a teaser position here. So you slightly scoop through the belly. And also just hold like a boat pose. 3. Just getting challenging. Exhale, 2. And 1. Good. Okay. Let's tuck in the left leg, and I want you to open up the right leg completely to the side and sit up tall. Okay? So you're kind of in like a runner's lunge position, stretch. You're going to take a big lengthen up with the left arm, and then slowly bring it down into a lateral stretch. like a lateral C curve. Your hand can be wherever you feel comfortable. It can be on the back side, maybe your thigh. I like the back side. Now bring it back up. You have your toes pointed or flexed, but make them active. You can even add the flex point or point flex. You choose. Go where it feels nice on your body. Return to neutral each time. You want to lengthen before you go into your flexion. Now on this one, we're going to hold it. Good. I want you to look at your elbow or look at the ceiling. Use that hand for a little support. Now I'm going to have you turn, torso facing your thigh. I want you to reach over your toes. Anchor your opposite hip, so it should be your left hip. Allow it to lift. Now you're going to turn in this laterally flexed position and bring it back up to vertical. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, reach. Hold it there. Inhale. And exhale back to center. You got it. And rotate. All right, last one. Awesome. Let's switch to the other leg, other side. Okay, watch out. If you have sensitive knees, open up that heel just a little bit more away from you. When it's really tucked in and this loaded flexion can have issues with knees. Again, watch your hips, make sure you're nice and neutral and you're feeling the sits bones directly on the mat. Good. All right, you're gonna bring up that arm, reach in, elongate, square off those shoulders. Hand can be behind if you like, or in front, or on top. Exhale over. Take your time. Return, neutral seated. Concentrate on that lateral flexion, elongation here, and laterally flex. Now, the more you anchor that hip, the more you're going to really feel that through your side body. Good. Last one. Now, I want you to hold it. Hold it. Go ahead and look at that elbow or ceiling. Reach that arm. It doesn't have to be a hook arm. Reach it long. Drop that shoulder and hip. Now keep that arm reaching. I want you to turn. So you've got this lateral flexion. Now we're adding the rotation. Reach over the toe. Remember, your hand is supporting your upper body weight. Good. Now turn it back. And continue the flow. Laterally flex, rotate and reach, open back up, return. Nice fluid arm. And concentrate on really precise form. This will be the last one. Make it a little farther if you can. Reach, 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 reach. Open and return. Good. All right, soles of the feet together. Go ahead and butterfly your knees. The more you bring your heels in, the harder this is. So I'm going to let you decide that. Bring your hands behind you. Roll your shoulders down and back. Now again, if you're more flexible, you can scoot your hips towards your heels or bring your heels towards your hips. And I want you to slightly look up at a long diagonal with the shoulders down, feeling a nice width across the chest. Continue to breathe and hold this position. Feel any areas of tightness. Maybe bring those heels in a little closer. Open those knees a little more. Good. One more breath. Really feel that openness, chest proud. All right, you can lengthen your heels away or scoot back. You can grab gently your just above the ankle joint shins, or for those who are more flexible, reach underneath your lower legs there as you just allow yourself to forward fold, tucking your chin, rib cage lifted. Now I want you to do some back breathing here. So open up the rib cage in the back as you inhale. Your spine is flexed. You're in this curved position. Draw the belly up. Feel it draw up. You can actually see it. And again, always keeping those shoulders down. Sometimes they creep up. One more full breath. Should feel nice. All right, slowly restack the spine. Lengthen both legs directly in front of you. Lengthen the arms. Good. Sit up tall, shoulders down. Flexing or pointing the feet. Inhale. Curve. Now if you have a sensitive back or you're inflexible, bend the knees slightly and glide your fingers along the floor. If not, reach as far as you can. Inhale. Place the hands back on the mat or floor and slowly bring it up. Arms sweep up. Challenge yourself by flexing your feet. Reach over those toes. Dive on down. Hands can be on the floor. Shoulders down. Big breath in. Reach a little farther if you can. And peel it back up. Open up. Feel the energy come and flow into your body. Notice how you feel now toward the end of our workout here versus the beginning. That's always a good thing to notice. So we get positive feedback when we exercise. Last one, we're just gonna hold this. Bending the knees if you need. I want you to really melt in towards your thighs, allowing your forehead, nose, shoulders are dropped. Just melt. A little sway if you like.